Hi everybody, it's Dibblee coming to you from Frock Off Inc. I am the best-selling author of Frock Off, Living Undisguised. So what the heck is a frock? A frock is simply a costume or a belief that holds you back, that stops you from living the life you imagine. And that is precisely what I do. I help people reclaim that life they dreamed, that life they imagined, that life of joy and abundance, love and success. I'm not saying it's always going to be perfect, because life is life and nothing is always perfect, but at least moving you closer to the dreams that you had and the life you imagined at one point. You see, what I find and what I've found and still continue to, and have seen this over the years over and over again, is that people are often living the one day, someday, tomorrow life deferred plan. One day I'll find that perfect person for me. You know, someday I'll have a perfect relationship with all of my family and friends, and they'll clearly understand exactly who I am. Tomorrow I might start my fitness program. Yeah, some of those things aren't realistic, but you know what the truth is? Often we sacrifice the one day, someday, tomorrow life plan so that we do not move towards the life we really, really need and want in our life, which is our own imagined life. You know, I can speak to this because I too have had to overcome tremendous struggles. You see, when I was younger, I was born into a family of abject poverty and severe mental illness. And at one point, social services stepped in to try and help me. I was assaulted when I was 15 and not believed until much later. Unfortunately, by the time I was believed and became believable, because it was a foster parent who had assaulted me, that foster father had gone on to become the lead suspect in the murder of a little girl I knew, Susan Duff. Susan was only 12 when her voice was taken and certainly did not get to see justice. But I vowed at that time that I would become a witness when I was asked. So over the next 35 years, I lived them in hiding. I donned a lot of frocks to keep safe, to keep protected, to keep hidden, so that he could not finish the job with me. That said, it didn't move me at all towards where I was supposed to be. I had this life imagined that just I wasn't able to realize for a very long time. Interestingly though, I always knew there was a better way. Always. You know, when I was younger, I started taking psychology courses to try and get an answer as to why these things happen. But there's never an answer. There's never a clear answer as to why something this tragic happens. But it helped me to understand more of how the mind works and how we can be, and we can define who we are versus someone else, you know. And further to that, I worked with thousands of women in business, and I saw these most amazing, amazing women who were discounting themselves and saying they weren't worthy, and, you know, questioning who they were to play big in the world. They certainly weren't living the life they dreamed, and yet on the outside, looking in, they looked like the perfect role models. So, you know, there was that, and there was just the research and writing the book. As I said, thousands of hours spent doing research and writing my book and writing a self-help guide, and then also subsequently preparing events to help people, to provide them the tools and the techniques to live their perfect life. You see, a life filled with frocks just completely takes our energy and our ability to live what I like to refer to as a Frock-alicious life. A Frock-alicious life is all about you living in joy and abundance. I'm not saying there'll never be challenges. I'm saying we give you the tools and techniques so that if you do become derailed, we can get you back on track. You see, I used to believe that what happened to me in the past defined who I was, and that really is ridiculous. You know, if it's at the hands of another, or even if it's at my own hands, what happened in the past remains in the past. Who we are and what we bring to the table and how we're defined is how we live in the moment now. When Eckhart Tolle talks about how you do one thing is how you do everything, he's referring to being present. You know, take inspired action. Live the life that you have imagined and dreamed of. You need to do that now. There will not be a tomorrow, a one day, or a someday. They never ever come. It's important we do it now. What I've also learned along the way is that by being open and willing to share with others that my imperfectness has made me perfect in who I am. And I know that sounds so strange, but it's so true. Being able to help others reclaim their life and live the life they imagined is probably one of my biggest joys in my life, because I know that each of us has a voice and each of us needs to live our legacy. And if you're questioning, yeah, but what about this? You know what? I hear you. I get it. The truth is, there's always going to be a yeah, but. The truth is, you deserve to live a Frock-alicious life. Now, if you've enjoyed this video today, click like and share this with others. Please do share it with other people so that they too can get on the path to living a Frock-alicious life. You see, the Frock-alicious life is one that impacts the world. I truly believe we need to be the change we seek in the world, and this is our way of doing it. Also, come on over and join us at Frock Off Living Undisguised and join the conversation. Again, that's Frock Off Living Undisguised, same as the book. So come on over to Facebook and join us in conversation. And we'd also love to give you some free gifts at Frock-off.com. That's www.frock-off.com. We'll see you again, and until then, remember, your voice matters, your life matters. Take inspired actions to move towards your Frock-alicious life. Until then, click like and share with all you know, and we'll see you again. Until then, have a Frock-alicious day. Bye-bye.